Good morning. This is John from the Springs Mennonite Church, and I'm here today to continue talking about John chapter 4 and Jesus' encounter with the woman at the well. So today, I'd like to read verses 11 through 14 of chapter 4. Now, verse 10, to back up, Jesus has said, if you knew what you were asking, who you were asking, I would give you living waters. And so she says, but sir, you don't have a rope or a bucket, and this well is very deep. Where do you think you'll get this living water? And besides, do you think you're greater than our ancestor Jacob, who gave us this well? How can you offer better water than he and his sons and his animals enjoyed? Well, let's stop there for a second. The woman at the well is like you and me. She doesn't understand a lot of God's ways. And besides that, she's not even thinking about God's ways. She's simply getting water to take back home. And so she responds to Jesus's offer of living water as probably the same way you and I would respond. You don't even have a rope or a bucket. How are you going to get this water? Besides, that well's really deep. Do you really think you're better off than Jacob, who gave us the well? Well, yes, he is. But she's so wrapped up with her everyday task, she can't see the possibility that there's something else that might be there. You and I are just like that. We get so wrapped up in the everyday world, we can't see something beyond right in front. We're almost like a horse with blinders on. You ever seen some of those? We have lots of them around here. And they're put on so the horse will focus. Because the horse's eye can see almost 360. There's a small part right at the rear end of the horse that the horse can't see if it's looking forward, but all on the sides it can see. So they put blinders on it so it won't get distracted. Well, in this case, the woman at the well has blinders on, not so she won't get distracted, but she has blinders on, which prevent her from seeing God at work in a bigger way. And I think many of us do the same thing in our lives. We're so busy with what we're doing and so absorbed with the task at hand and or the problems at hand, we can't see that there's more to it than just that. So we go on to the next verse 13. And Jesus replies to her. Now notice, he doesn't say anything about what she's asked about. She doesn't talk about, he doesn't talk about having a rope. He doesn't talk about having a bucket. He doesn't talk about how deep the water is in the well. He says this, anyone who drinks this water, that's the one in the well, will become thirsty again. But those who drink from the water I give will never be thirsty again. It becomes a fresh, bubbling spring within them, giving them eternal life. Jesus does redirect the conversation to the immediate, the well. And he says to her, anybody who drinks of this water, you're going to get thirsty again. Well, she knows that. That's why she comes every day. And it's a chore to come. She can understand that. He says, but the water I give, you drink from that, you'll never thirst again, and you'll have eternal life. Imagine what a response that would be to hear from the lips of Jesus. Now, maybe you and I aren't so surprised at that because we've got 2,000 years of history of hearing about that. But this woman doesn't have that. In fact, many people today, they don't have it either. They don't know any more about who Jesus is than this woman. And as I'm speaking, I'm sure some of you who listen to me don't know much about Jesus either. So let's listen and let's learn. Whoever drinks of the water in this well will get thirsty. But whoever drinks the water that I give will never be thirsty again. In fact, the water I give you will bubble over, giving you new life. Is that what you know about Jesus? Or are you still stuck like the lady in your everyday tasks? Can you see beyond the moment to realize that God's hands are at work in ways you couldn't possibly dream of? Do you live your life expecting to see God's hands at work? Or are you just totally surprised if that happens? Many of us are just like the lady at the well. I don't know about you. Only you know about you. So I invite you to think about it today. If you were the lady at the well and Jesus said that to you, what would you think? How would you respond? Well, I'm going to talk about that tomorrow, but for today, let's just leave it at that. Jesus is offering you and me, whether you've had a taste, a whole bucket full, or nothing. Jesus is offering you and me today a drink from living water. What do you think about that? I hope you have a great day. I hope your day is absolutely fantastic. But if it's not quite, and you need prayer or you need something tangible, call us. We'll do whatever we can as fast as we can to make it happen. I'll be back tomorrow on some more of these stories with Jesus and the Samaritan woman. Until then, God bless you. Be safe. I'll talk to you again.